Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Kaya Simone. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about things like spirituality, growth, love, healing, lifestyle, a little bit of fashion, a little something here and there. But yeah, if this is your first time seeing my face, hi, nice to meet you. In this video, I wanted to talk about the importance of finding intimacy within yourself and for yourself. And by intimacy, I don't just mean sexual intimacy. I think that's the first thing many people think about when we think of intimacy. But I mean the intimacy that comes with being safe with yourself, comes with being comfortable with yourself, that comes with being at peace with who you are and where you live and the environment that you have for yourself. Yeah, I wanted to talk a bit about what intimacy kind of means for the soul or what it means for your mind, because I think, again, we go straight to sexual intimacy. That's not the case. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm talking about cultivating a safe space and a comfortable space for yourself. So I wanted to talk just a little bit about my history with self-love. So I was somebody who used to always cling to people. I never wanted to be alone. I always wanted to be either hanging out with people or clinging to whatever I thought was love at the time. So many mistakes were made. But I used to be someone who never liked to be alone. I much rather, it didn't matter if I had already been out all day. If somebody was like, oh, do you want to go here? Yes, I want to go immediately, because I did not like spending time with myself. I was a severe people pleaser, and I didn't value myself because I never took the time to really figure out how special I truly am, because I am special and I have so much to offer. It's taken a long journey of self-love and being patient with myself and kind to myself to really discover that I am a beautiful soul. I'm a beautiful person who deserves to be around people and who deserves to be on my own. I am so special that I love to spend time with myself now. And I think that if you're stuck in a mindset of people pleasing, or if you're stuck in a relationship or friendships that don't make you happy, just understand that you are not stuck. You are not permanently there. You can cultivate and create any life that you want. You are not ever stuck in any mindset. And so that's something that I really like to emphasize on a lot of my videos, is because I think that when you're in a lower vibration and when you're in environments that don't make you happy, it's very easy to get stuck in those and be like, okay, well, I'm comfortable here. This is all there is and this is all there can be. That's not true. That is not true. I've come so far, and it's been such a long journey for me to come from being a people pleaser who never ever wanted to spend any time with myself to valuing myself so much that I spend more time with myself than I do other people now. And I love that. I think that's how it should be. I used to put myself in very uncomfortable and very unsafe situations just for the sole fact that I'd rather not be alone. So never forget that change is possible. Now, moving into the actual video, that was just a bit of my background. Moving into the video, I created I kind of thought about three main things that played a role in me being able to create an intimate environment for myself. And what I mean by intimate is safe. The first one being taking time to be soft with yourself plays a huge role in creating an environment of intimacy and of comfort for yourself, right? What do I mean by taking time to be soft? The first thing is resting, allowing yourself to rest. If you're anything like I used to be, or if you're just in your cycle, if you're in a specific cycle right now, I think that getting stuck in your masculine energy is something a lot of people struggle with, and myself included. Still now to this day, it was worse in the past, but even now I still struggle with being able to rest. So taking the time to be soft, in order to do that, the first step, in my opinion, is allowing yourself to know that you don't always have to be grinding. It does not always have to be go, 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 figure it out, because what you're doing is you're running from the fear. There's fear, maybe say you're grinding, you're distracting yourself with work and you have a lot of bills and you have to make ends meet. Yes, you can acknowledge that, but driving your life out of fear is not good for your soul, and you deserve more. You deserve peace. So allowing yourself to rest reflects to you that what you've already put in was good enough. The work that you do is good enough, okay? The work that you put in is good enough. You deserve to rest, and you can rest and still reach your goals. You can rest and still reach your dreams. So that's the first step for me in taking time to be soft. The second step that I have realized in my ability to be soft with myself is understanding that I am protected in these safe environments that I create for myself. I think especially, again, I can do a little backstory on my own journey of healing, but especially if you grew up in an environment when you were younger that did not allow you to be safe, did not allow you to be comfortable. It can be very hard to trust the peace that you're trying to create for yourself. You could be doing all the steps correctly. You could be cultivating peace, giving yourself the time to show up for yourself, but still not trusting in that. And that lack of trust is what allows the fear to come back in and kind of stir things up and disrupt the peace, really. So trusting and believing that you are protected in these environments that you're creating for yourself, these loving, kind environments, is crucial in being soft with yourself. Your feminine energy wants to know that it is protected. It wants to know that it is guided. That is kind of like a bit of the balance between the feminine and the masculine, is that the masculine energy is intended to protect the feminine energy. And that doesn't just mean like in people wise, I mean energetically. That is what it is. The masculine energy sets the foundation so that the feminine energy can be at peace, can explore the higher realms of consciousness, can be more loving and more calm, essentially. So trusting that you are safe, trusting that nobody can take your peace from you, is crucial in becoming soft with yourself. Okay, the third thing in becoming more soft with yourself is observing your feelings. Understand that your body's going to feel whatever it needs to feel. Your mind is going to feel. Sometimes you're feeling things that are present, or sometimes you're feeling things that are still subconscious that you haven't healed. But regardless, you need to be able to observe your feelings. So that is the third step in becoming soft, is allowing yourself to flow with your feelings. If you're feeling mad, okay, don't punish yourself. If you're feeling sad or guilty or anxious, don't punish yourself for feeling these kinds of ways. Understand that you are allowed to feel that. And not only are you allowed to feel it, you're also allowed to let it pass. You don't have to cling on to the emotion. Fear could show up in your reality, show up in your world, and you cling to it, and now you're like, oh my gosh, I'm anxious all the time. You don't have to cling. Allow the emotion to come and to go. So in order to be soft with yourself, it almost is requiring a lack of judgment for whatever it is that you're feeling. Know that you should be able to cry with yourself. You should be able to be upset. You should be able to be joyous and happy and smile. It's not always negative. But whatever you may feel, observe the feeling and let it pass. Step back and ask yourself, where is this feeling coming from? Once you become more comfortable with observing the feelings, then you'll be more comfortable with going within them and actually figuring out where they're actually coming from. And that's a whole nother video I could make about healing. So those are the 3 things that I have found worked for me when it came to being soft with myself. The second big point that I want to talk about when it comes to intimacy as a whole is becoming your own friend, becoming your own best friend. Again, when you've never taken the time to get to know who you are, you will always believe that some other people have something that you want. You're always going to believe that something outside of yourself is better than what's inside of yourself because you haven't taken the time to get to know who you are. And now I'm screaming because there's a plane. So yeah, becoming your own best friend. And so how do you do that? I came up with a few little things that helped me become my own best friend and really allowed me to start hanging out with myself and enjoying my own company. And that is, again, learning to hang out with yourself. Whatever it is that you would do with other people, I think a lot of people fear doing things alone. It's like, well, I don't have anyone to go with, so I'm not going to go. No, go. Let yourself be free. Your soul deserves to have fun. You deserve to be happy and to experience new things. So learn to hang out with yourself by doing things that you love by yourself. This leads me to my next point. Be alone and do the things that you love to do when you're alone. Like if you're creative, paint, draw, write, create poetry, play a guitar, do something that you enjoy doing, but do it alone. So you can show yourself that it is okay to hang out with yourself. It is okay to be your own friend. Society it puts so much judgment on us when we do things alone because people just fear judgment of others. So they're like, if I stay with other people, then nobody can judge me because everybody else is doing it. But like, let them judge you. People who are judging you for loving yourself and who are living your life and having fun, just don't let themselves do that. They don't let themselves live life and have fun. So of course they're upset when somebody else does. So truly take the time to know what it is that you like to do and do it by yourself. Now, if you don't know what to do by yourself, if you're like, well, I just feel as if like I have nothing to do, well, you have to connect with your inner child. What is it that you loved to do when you were younger? Did you like to ride your bike? Did you like to draw with chalk? Like, did you like to paint? Did you like to sing? What is it did you like to build things or, create things or solve equations? Whatever it is that you like to do as a child, do that now for yourself and not for a distraction. Don't take these actions out of a way to distract yourself from the fact that you're lonely. Do it and be completely present in knowing that I'm doing this because I like to do it. I'm drawing for the sole fact that I love to draw and I want want to draw. That's it. So connect with your inner child, which was my third point of becoming your own friend, is figuring out what your inner child loves to do and then doing those things by yourself so that you can prove to yourself that there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. When I was in the thick of people pleasing and clinging to people, I didn't believe that. I believed that there was something wrong with me. I believed maybe that I was weird or that I was strange, which is so far from the truth. It's so far from the truth. But when you don't take the time to really sit with yourself, then those are what you actually start to believe. You start to believe that being with other people is better than being with yourself because maybe you think you're weird. It's not true. It's not true at all. I promise. It's a lie. Okay? There's an ant on my little sketchbook right now. Sir, please leave. I already have to kill a spider. I don't want to have to kill an ant. So lastly, the third thing that goes into creating this intimate world for yourself, creating this sense of safety for yourself, is staying present and staying grounded. I truly feel that people take efforts. They make efforts towards healing. They make efforts towards creating this environment of peace for themselves, but their mind continuously is like going back to the old way of being, right? That's ultimately what we're doing when we're healing, is we're fighting with our mind, because our mind likes routine. Our mind likes things to stay the same and to make sense so it can make predictions, right? So when you're taking time to really do these things for yourself and hang out with yourself and become friendly with yourself, your mind wants to find a reason to not be peaceful. Your mind's going to either go to the future and it's going to be like, okay, well, this could happen or this could happen, or I don't know what's going to happen with you. And so then you become anxious. Or it lives in the past and it tells you, well, I made this mistake and I hurt this person, or I did this and I did it. It doesn't matter. No matter how far your mind drifts when you're trying to create this place of safety for yourself, bring it back. Just bring it back to peace. Bring it back to what's right in front of you. The more you meditate, the more that you practice staying present, the easier it will become, of course. But just keep bringing your awareness back. Say you're painting, your mind drifts and you start to get anxious. Doesn't matter. Just bring your awareness back. No, I'm painting right now. There's this peace right now. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing, right? Especially if you're coming from a mindset of going like go, 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 go. Cultivating peace and sitting and being present can be very hard because your mind and your body's like, no, we need to be making progress so we know everything is okay. But everything is okay because you're staying in the present, right? So staying present and staying grounded is huge, 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 huge in cultivating an intimate environment for yourself. The next part of staying present and staying grounded is don't compare your life to other people's lives. You simply cannot do it. It's like trying to compare apples and oranges. Like completely two different things, two different purposes. Like you simply cannot compare your life to other people's because you are living your own unique experience. You have your own goals, you have your own traumas, you have your own soul purpose, right? Everybody's life is different. And so when you're trying to compare yourself to other people, of course you're only ever going to fall short because you're not comparing yourself to yourself. The biggest thing that I learned when staying present and staying grounded is only ever compare yourself to where you once were. Don't ever compare yourself to anybody else's life. Compare yourself to where you once were on your journey. Are you further along in love? Maybe you're further behind, even though there's really no such thing as being behind. Where you need to be all the time. Don't even worry about that. Just because you're at home, oh my gosh. Just because maybe you're at home by yourself, maybe you're drawing, maybe you're just having a little intimate time with yourself, you can't compare yourself to other people who are maybe like going out or having a good time, or maybe they have like a giant friend group and you're like, well, I don't have that many friends. You cannot compare yourself because one, you don't know if those friends are real friends. You don't know if they're genuine souls connecting or if it's a karmic cycle. You have no idea. So never compare your life or your situation to anybody else's because you're only robbing yourself of your own peace when you do that. All right, and that leads me into the third thing of staying present and staying grounded. And that is when you find your mind resisting peace, know that your mind is asking for comfort. When you find that you're beating yourself up for past mistakes, or when you find that you're worrying about the future, understand that that emotion didn't come up for you to just lean into it and feel it permanently. That emotion came up for you to perceive it and observe it, like I was talking about before. But what your mind is trying to tell you is that you need comfort. Think about it when a child is crying or when a child is upset. A child is in distress. They're crying, they're uncomfortable, they're anxious, and that parent is supposed to go and comfort their child. You have to do the same thing for your own mind and for your own body when you're getting anxious or when you're getting depressed. So know when your mind is resisting that peace, it is because your mind is asking you for love. Your body and your mind is asking for you to be comforted. So show up and comfort yourself. so that you can stay present, because you cannot stay present if these emotions are coming in and stealing your peace. We can't have that. But yeah, that is ultimately what I have been able to cultivate and discover for myself in my own journey of finding intimacy and comfort with myself. Again, oh my gosh, the bugs. This whole time I've been sitting here, it's been fine. All of a sudden the bugs want to come out. But the main three takeaways from this video is taking time to be soft, becoming your own best friend, and staying present and staying grounded. Those are the ways that I have been able to find peace within myself and become truly my own safe space. The safest place I can be in this world is with myself. And I did that by following some of the steps that I shared in this video. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. You don't know how much that means to me. If you did like the video, make sure to like, comment, let me know what you thought about it, and share this video with anybody you think would like it or it would be useful for. I will have all of my socials linked down below. And yeah, I hope this video was helpful to anybody out there who is trying to cultivate a sense of comfort and intimacy with themselves. That's all that I have for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love.